Well, that's what I've been doing to each of the blocks to set them up. Skim the top. I decided just to fly cut them. Sit it on the top and then zero the knee and drop it down a bit. I've been doing it in a couple of passes, to be honest. Put about 15 thou on the first cut. And then I just put like a 5 thou clean up pass on. You can hear the mill squeaking a bit because it's freezing bloody cold in here. There's only one more to do after that, and then that's one side of all the blocks squared up. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to measure the shortest one height-wise, and just true it up, measure it, and then I'll cut all the other ones of that particular brand to that same height, because I've got five of these that are, well, 6 of them actually, that are a lot taller. I think I'm going to do the last one a bit different after this, and then, yeah, well, one more, sorry. I'll do the last one a bit different. Cleans them up quite nicely actually. That's the sort of finish I've been getting off it. Look, I can get that in the light if it will focus. Yeah, it's not bad for a homemade fly cutter, is it? Now, just to clean him up. a minute I'm going to switch this light round above the mill. It's ever so bright, but we seem to have a dark spot underneath the spindle. See if we can do something about that. Right, that's that one done. Right, so we'll do, got one more left to do, and we'll do that one a bit different. You'll see what I mean in a minute. We're in close. I don't know whether we'll be able to pick up this gauge or not, but we are that way on. We are within 1/100th of a millimetre. Now I know that because that is the little more and right gauge that Bobby Dickson sent me. And just to show you its work, can you see the needle moving there? Cracking little gauge that. So we'll just take that out of the way. And as you can see, we'll do this last one a little bit differently, because this is your first look at my little Boxford shaper. So I'll just get some power onto it, and then we'll clean the top of this one up. Right, we're ready to rock and roll. So we've got a little bit of oil on the top. This is a 8-inch stroke Boxford shaper. It has power feed on the X and also on the Z, believe it or not, for such a tiny little machine. And I haven't heard anybody else say this before, but this is metric, which is very unusual. So we'll crack her going and see how she does. Not doing that, you won't know. Now this really will send you to sleep. It's taking half a mil cut. I'm going to do, I'm going to slow the feed down a bit. There you go, you might be able to see it a bit better now. I wouldn't normally run it that slow, but might come on the video a bit better. Isn't that sweet, eh? That Avon fella watches this, you can bog off, you're not having it. If it looks like things are moving on the camera, it's because it's not bolted down or anything onto the floor properly. So it does have a bit of a jiggle about. What I'll do, I'll let this go to the end and then I'll just swap the cutter around in it and put a shear cutter in it. So you can see what sort of a lovely finish you can get with these machines. Hypnotic. Certainly bloody sent me to sleep anyway. I need a proper vise for it though, because that vise that's on there's one I made a long time ago. I've actually looked for a vise for a little 8-inch Boxford shaper, but I can't seem to find anything that sort of looks like it would fit. Heard the pop then, that's shut off and hit me right in the nuts. Right, we'll change the tool round. We'll put the little shear tool in and then we'll have another go. We'll just take a finish cut. Taking the finest of cuts. When it gets there, that is. Which should be any time soon. Come on, Box, let's start chopping. This came out of, I think it was some sort of college. And when I asked why they'd wanted to get rid of it, it was just as simple as nobody knew how to use it. So I just said, yeah, I'll buy it. I don't know how to use it, but I'll I'll try and find out. Yeah, so I didn't know how to use it, so I said I'll have it. Oh no, I didn't say that. I said I don't know how to use it, but I'll buy it and I'll figure it out and see how I get on. I've not used it very many times, if I'm honest. I've used it more just for putting internal keyways in. I don't know, I've maybe done, I don't know, half a dozen. Yeah, the milling machine's a lot quicker. Set this up though, it's just as accurate as a milling machine. A lot quieter. It's a lovely little machine. There's hardly any wear in it. I'm actually running this off my box what Dynamite made for me with the transformer and the VFD. I just plugged this in, all the switches and everything on the shaper work. I used to run it off the VFD, and then the other night I decided to wire it back to how it was originally. So all the switches and that now work. Lovely. It looks a good finish. You can alter the amount of step over it does, obviously alter the depth of cut you take, you can alter the stroke length on it, you can do everything on this little shaper that you can on the bigger one. It's just the same really. Lovely little machine. Just knock that out. That one. Now you always see one or two lines from the shaper, but that is as smooth as you like that. Let's see if I can get that out of there. So that's the last one to be cleaned up on the top. Lovely. In fact, it looks better when it's come off the shaper because the lines that you see are all, you know, they all run consistent with each other. When you do it with a fly cutter, you've got all the squirrely lines. Let me see how it is. Yeah. One on the left done on the mill, and the one on the right look off the shaper. I know which one looks better. I'm sure you do as well. So that's all of them done now, all on one side. So now they've all got to be flipped, squared up to the bottom. actually. So let's crack on. This is the opposite side, so all the others are done. We've got to just, this is the shortest block I've got. It's just slightly over 2 inch. So I'm going to skim this until it's just cleaned it up, and then I'm going to zero the knee, and I'm going to skim all the other ones to the same height, so then we can just chuck them on the surface grinder and give them a bit of a clean up. So we'll see what this goes like. I should have said I've just changed all the tips in there. Just changed the tips around in the head, so we'll just alter the speed a little bit. 900 RPM. Just taking about 10 thou off it first. I thought that I'd touched off, but obviously I haven't. Try again. Sat up a bit high because I don't want the chip bouncing off the camera lens. Certainly a glass-like finish, isn't it? Right, we'll get another one. I don't know why I don't want to sit down there. There it is. Right. metric. So in the middle, 49.74. .4974. That's metric, by the way. What are we doing for square? Well, I think for what we're doing tool otherwise, they're spot on. A lot off on the back cut. I'll keep them all the same now. We can take some seating. There's 9 of these. I've already done the first 5. Ground ready to go. So both sides of them have been done. Get both sides of these ground and then start cutting some slots and things in. All I've done is put a tail cut on there. Getting it now, just raise that off it. I've still got 8 of the bigger blocks to machine on the mill and then grind them the same as this. I'll do these 9 first and then we'll go from there. Clean up all the way. All I'm going to do is a quick clean up pass, a couple of tenths, that'll do it. We'll let that finish off and then we'll flip them over and do the other side. Took 3 pounds and 2 tenths to clear that up, to clean them all up. I'm going to flip them over in a few seconds, grind the other side flat. Then that'll be done. I've already done the first 5, so that'll give us 9 of those ones to do to machine. The other 8 of the bigger cutters, tool holders are still waiting to be milled yet, so flip them over. Be careful when you're doing it with the back of your hand, look, that's what it does. That's the same setting from when I've just ground the other side, so I'm not expecting to do a lot. I've just put a couple of tenths on it just to catch up a little bit. 46 grit K wheel. That's becoming my favourite wheel, that one. Put a power on it, let it run back at that. Oh, one little line there. Look. Shit. Well, I'm not worried about it. I have to keep reminding myself the tool holder's at the end of the day. Right, let's have a little look then, shall we? Now you can see the difference, look. I've ground 9 of these. I dressed the wheel before I started. That's a really nice finish, that is. Lovely finish, in fact. When you look at that side, look, that's just the last pass that we've just done. Can you see the little lines? That's telling you that, you see the little lines? Look? That's the wheel telling us that it needs redressing. But, you know, I'm not going to be too picky because they're tool holders, for God's sake. Anyway, right, well, that's all 9 of these ground up. So now we're ready to start doing some milling on. That'll be interesting. Right, been having a bit of a look around and I think what we're going to use. When I get these machined, when I get these tool holders machined, we've got to make a load of these things as well, haven't we? So I need a knurling tool. So I'll have to machine a block out to suit that. I've got a right and left-handed version of these, which we'll maybe need on the lathe when we come to machine this, but possibly not. But I've also got a pair of them, and I've got the left-handed and the right-handed version. I'm not sure where the other one is. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to machine 4 of these tool holders up. Sorry, 5. 1 for the knurling tool and 1 for each of these, plus the other one when I find it. Now I've had a look on the lathe when I put that on there, and I think the best place for me to put the slot is literally smack in the middle with these. I think that's what I'll do. I'll measure the width of these, and I think I'll maybe add 20 thou and cut the slots 20 thou bigger than these. And that just gives me a little bit of wiggle room inside, and then we'll have a look at the depth to suit with these screws. So, but that's where we're at. I don't know whether yeah, that'll do. And then we've got to work out how far in to put these screws, because you see, for that particular tool it does actually need to come out off the back wall, if that makes sense, off that back wall out to the centre of the screws. So do I machine in just far enough? I don't know yet. We'll have to have a think about that one. But that's my plan anyway. We're going to drop it smack bang in the middle. Like I say, we'll make the slot 20 thou wider than the tool is, just to give us a little bit of room. And then the depth, we'll have to look at that as far as these are concerned. So I'm going to put these in as I'm going to put the screws in as far back as what they are in this one, and then we'll have to, like I say, I'll have to take some measurements and work out exactly where we want that. So, well, that's not much. So, right, on the mill.